Nuclear power has always been a sensitive issue, especially after what happened in Fukushima. It's now critical to sit back, rationally assess whether India will be able to take on the hazards of nuclear power. Do we have the situation under control? Will we be able to deal with this? But are we now seeing politics enter the nuclear arena? Is this more about political fission than it is about the people's protest? Is the Shiv Sena trying to politicize the Jaitapur issue? That's the center stage face-off for this evening. Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, national spokesperson of the Congress party. Rahul Navrekar is the spokesperson of the Shiv Sena. We've got Dr. G. Balachandran, one of India's leading nuclear experts, visiting fellow at the IDSA. We've got Vinuto Gopal. She's a climate and energy campaigner, joining us from Bangalore. I want to go across first to Rahul Navrekar. Rahul, instead of seeing the Shiv Sena jump into this fray, and instead of seeing the sort of protest that we've seen, a lot of people saying these are being orchestrated by your party, what is required is a rational analysis of the aftermath of Fukushima and its impact on India. Do you not think that politicians getting into this whole sensitive issue is a very bad idea?
Well, Rahul, at the outset, alleging that Shiv Sena is responsible or politicizing this issue is nothing short of ulta chor kotwal ko date. This is a government which is completely responsible for politicizing this issue. Kindly note, this is the same environment minister who till 2 days back states that this issue needs to be reconsidered by the PMO. There certainly needs to be reconsideration at the backdrop of what has happened in Japan. 2 days later, he decides to backtrack on his statement and create such a big hue and cry about this issue. So little does he realize that he's put his own government in a spot. Number two, this is the same environment minister who has set up the Western Ghat committee, which is scrutinizing each and every proposal at length, but decides to give environment clearance to this particular project in a hush and in absolute hurry, contrary to the principles set down by law, without having a proper public hearing, nothing of the sort. This is the same government which does not decide to have a power plant by POSCO in Orissa for getting 2 resolutions from the Gram Panchayats in Orissa against the setting up of power plants, and also giving the reason that it destabilizes the ecological balance in that place. Why is stepmotherly treatment being given to Konkan and to Maharashtra?
Why are we pushing through the Jaitapur project, Dr. Singhvi? The government seems to be in a hurry to push through the Jaitapur project. Others are being stalled, they're being looked at, assessed. What's this tearing hurry? Why can't we just stand back, rationally assess whether we should go ahead and how we should do it? What's this tearing hurry about? Explain that, sir.
Obviously, you can't stand back and assess because you're having a harangue just now, I heard. What I heard just now was a harangue. This is not a question of just getting into a kind of a rhetoric. Let's just look at the facts. One of the grounds I'm amazed to find is this Japanese tsunami and the Japanese example. We all know that in Japan, the earthquake did not cause most of the damage or almost none of it. We also know that Jaitapur is 72 meters above. Or rather, I've got the figure here, it's something like 72 feet above sea level. We also know that since Chernobyl, there have been hardly any nuclear disasters around the world. Now, is the argument that you just per se cannot have nuclear energy? Do you realize how much more carbon emission you have in the world by non-nuclear energy? Do you realize how much more cleaner a fuel nuclear energy is? Yes, you're a democracy and you are seeing the functioning of democracy in your channel all over. We are entitled to discuss it. But just consider, ecologically, the whole thing is looked at by the MOEF in a detailed, reasoned order by the minister, put on the website more than 4 months ago. It's on the website with full reasons. All aspects taken into consideration. The safety design aspect is looked into by the AERB, the Atomic Research Energy Board. The fuel waste and the processing issues have to be taken care of by NPCIL. Now, unless the argument rests in this, that because there is a potential danger of everything, you and I can be killed when crossing the street. Therefore, we must stop walking.
No, but it isn't quite as simplistic as that.